Hi guys, Raven here. I am currently coming to you from inside one of my Minecraft worlds called Inspiration Island. I have spent months working on this particular world. Um, Still not completed, but back when early April when my laptop blew up, I thought that all this work that I put into this world gone. But then when I was able to get my old computer reworking again, I went on Minecraft and I went to see if there was a way I could download that particular world, which is this one you're looking at. And yes, I am actually standing underwater. I just thought this would be a cool place for a scene. So now that computer, the old one, won't work again now. I don't know why. Um, but there's other worlds that I should have downloaded to my thumb drive, but I didn't. But this particular world was the most important one, just given the nature of how much work I put into it. All them windows and lights you see behind me was not originally there. I put them there myself. What I was trying to do was build like a restaurant kind of thing, where it could be like an underground uh, kind of place. But I don't have any fish out there to you know, that people can watch swim around and whatnot. I will work on that eventually. So anyway, this video is not about that. If in case you've been wondering why I have not uploaded in a few weeks, well, the reason for that is, well, one of the reasons anyway, is if you look at my last video, you notice all that hair that I had on my head. Well, I'm not a fan of having a lot of hair on my head. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, today's date is June the 4th of 2020. I got a birthday coming up uh, this weekend. So, going to be turning another year older. Um, to me, it would just be another day. So, but that's beside the point. What I wanted to talk about, and guys, when I say this is not a political stance, it's not um, a political rant, it's not nothing politicized. That's what I mean. But we got this illness that's going on, and in the midst of that, we've got a lot of civil unrest going on because of the George Floyd situation. His death did not need to happen. I once made a comment on Facebook. I wrote my own post on my own wall where I had said, whatever trust that was seen between the public and law enforcement after the deaths of Eric Garner, Michael Brown, Freddie Gray, whatever trust was gained from that, it's been wiped out because of what happened to George Floyd. And just when it seemed like maybe, uh, when you take like 5 steps forward and the progress that we've made, 10 steps back because of this. Um, Now, I believe that the officers who contributed to Mr. Floyd's death should be charged. Now, I am a supporter of law enforcement, but provided that they do the job right. And in this case, they did not. Um, CNN reporter Omar Jimenez was arrested in the middle of a live report. And I happened to be watching at the time that was going on. And I had never seen anything like that in my life. In fact, I hope to never see anything like that again. Um, so what I want to say is this: there needs to be some um, tactical changes when it comes to restraining people who are under arrest. Chokeholds, like what's happened to Eric Gardner in New York, and now the knee on the back of Floyd's neck in Minneapolis, Minnesota. These practices need to be banned. Uh, you've got tasers. Um, you've got baton sticks if needed. But to have three officers put their entire weight body on this man, he could not breathe. And then I think, what did I hear correctly in one of the videos that the officer was bragging about how the officer who had him down, uh, it sounded like there was excitement in his voice. And that really irked me. If I was a sergeant or whoever would be the superior at the scene, I would be saying, hey, you need to take your neck off or knee off of his neck. Uh, there are other ways to do it. Use restraints like zip ties, whatever. But the practice of doing chokeholds and placing knees on the back of people, those practices need to be banned outright. I mean, these killings have got to stop. Now, I have not mentioned anything political about this. What I'm stating an opinion. Uh, but this is something where something needs to be done. Something needs to change. George Floyd did not deserve to die. Um, I can't believe how the world got to see how this man lived his final moments, lived his taking his final breaths. Uh, Certainly, my condolences to the George Floyd family and his friends and everybody else who was part of his life. My heart especially goes out to his daughter, who, as her mother said, why are they keep showing daddy on TV? That had to be a gut wrenching moment for the mother, knowing that she couldn't explain into real into a detail that an adult would understand. Um, she just said he couldn't breathe. I think the mother made the right decision on how to answer her daughter's question. Um, all I can say is, may he rest in peace. Wish he was still here on earth, uh, but still walking, living, breathing amongst his fellow citizens of this world. But the actions of four officers took that away. Now I'm going to get into about the charges. At first, the third degree murder, I thought that's too lenient. It needed to be second degree. Um, the other three were charged with aiding and abetting. This is a scenario where this is a case I think would qualify to have a change of venue for the trial, because everybody in Minneapolis knows who those officers are. But then again, so the rest of the country. Um, this is gonna it's gonna be interesting to see how the trial is gonna get played out when that time comes. And I'll be honest, I don't think a trial is gonna take place for at least a year or so. Um, we got this illness going on, and this is a particularly high-profile case. Much like you got people who are soft-seds, like Sharon Tracy Gale, the Corey Pitts. Their cases are going to be heard eventually. I think the Corey Pitts is awaiting sentencing, and Sharon Tracy Gale uh, hasn't had her case tried yet. Um, but given the situation that we have going on with this illness, the circumstances that they had going on, whether awaiting trial or awaiting sentencing, had to be put on hold because of what's going on. Um, so when you take that into consideration, that's why I think the George Floyd murder trial probably won't have it for at least a year. Because there's other cases that need to be heard before that. As far as I can tell, there's only two kind of crimes that do not have statute limitations. Murder is one of them, and second is sexually assaulting children. Those two are the biggest no-nos that we have in our criminal system, and as they should. Um, but those are two instances like think of that um, that I can think of that this doesn't that doesn't have a statute of limitation. Just bear with me with my train of thought here, because it's been a while since I made a video. Um, I made one, making one here through Minecraft. So with that, I think I'm going to end the video there. But where I've been, I haven't gone anywhere. I've been here, was just waiting for the right time to make a video about something. Um, so with that, I will end it here. So I will see you on the next video. Peace.